is your boy Malcolm. We back with some more anime news content. Now, let's talk about My Hero Academia and what's going on over there. Not so much for the show, but the founder sentenced to 20 months imprisonment over a tax invasion. Now, as an American, we all know that tax evasion is a problem. Obviously for, lower class, middle class, somewhat, of the top, 20, 15%, obviously people are really looking at you, in your taxes. If you're a billionaire, upper millionaire, well, this is not that type of content. So I want to get started on that topic. But Wesley Snipes had told us that you need to pay your taxes. So, the prosecutors are seeking a 20-month prison sentence after the first trial of anime studio. He found the both founder and former president Haruki Kondo indicted for violating the Corporation Tax Act and Consumption Tax Act started on the 17th of September. Now, he paid to fail 138 million yen. That's a large number. Now again, yen in comparison to, the USD, yen is obviously doesn't value as high as USD, but in comparison to USD, that is about 1.25 million. In taxes are primary hearing by the Tokyo District Court on September 17th. Now, obviously, he came out, he issued a statement apologizing, and I want people to understand that, again, you're apologizing because you got caught, but acknowledging that you did do wrong is a step. And at the end of the day, knowing that your company depended on you, that people depended on you, that those taxes don't just, help you out or affect you, affects the society around you, that's something that you need to acknowledge, move past, grow from, and hopefully do something better, with your life. So a 20-month jail sentence, I don't know how, Japan jail system work. I don't know if he's going to serve the full term. I don't know if he's going to sell any of his assets to pay off that debt. But far as what we know, it has not affected My Hero Academia. So for people that may have wondered or wonder if this is going to be one of those like, oh man, they're going to put My Hero Academia on a hiatus, or is this going to, affect the revenue of the people that work for the company? That's so far it doesn't look like it's going to happen. Now on to some good news. Speaking of My Hero Academia, so the My Hero Academia movie opened up number 4 debut weekend. It actually opened up number 2 when it came out on its opening day. And again, this is a testament to just the power of anime and the power of the viewership and the people who follow anime, people who just enjoy anime content, streaming it, buying the movies, reading the manga, playing, the video games. And My Hero Academia has been blowed up so high. It's not for good reason. It's for a good reason. It's a good show. I personally is okay with it, and I'm not truly invested into it, but I have watched a lot of episodes, and honestly, I'm a teacher, so a lot of my kids actually find out that I watch anime, and they like to keep me updated on a lot of anime that I maybe have missed the episode on or don't watch, and they actually give me lots of anime recommendations, wholesome anime, most 90% of the time, those kids that sneak around and watch those other animes. But My Hero Academia opened up from October 29th to 31st, it opened up with 6 million in the United States, ranking fourth for the weekend, and the film debuted at number 2 in the U.S. on its opening day on Friday, with almost 3 million and it opened in 1,600 theaters. So again, anime has such a huge viewing because it's not like it's a movie, like a Sundance movie or something like that. A festival movie where it only opens up in, selected theaters, 10, 20 theaters. 1,600 theaters is a good amount of theaters. And just in those theaters alone, it produced those numbers. So again, this shows testament to just how much of an impact that My Hero Academia has. And of course, you go over here and look at Japan, obviously, opening up to pretty much 3 billion yen, which is about 28, which is, almost about $30 million, as of September 26th. It's the highest earning among all 3 My Hero Academia franchise anime movies. And this is a good time to be a My Hero Academia fan. The fan base is strong. The fan base can be a little rough in certain areas, but if you just take yourself out of, that mindset and just watch the show, enjoy anime, and have a good time with it, and have honest discussions about it, it can be a great media content to digest and, recommend to other people. So speaking of great media content, we all know that I am a One Piece fan. And so I already talked about it in my last video, but One Piece, is almost at its 1,000th episode. Can you imagine 1,000 episodes? I'm not going to go too far in depth into it because, again, I already talked about it, in another YouTube video. But again, it's just a testament to the writers, creators, directors, that everybody animators that have came through and produced this amount of quality content. We have seen, the art style change, upgrade itself. We have seen character development. We have followed Luffy almost, around the world. Well, in the One Piece world. And we have seen him when he just got started to him being an unofficial warlord. And again, it's a testament to just the creative juices that have been pumped out to produce such quality anime. Now, over here we're talking about, the One Piece Strong World and its US premiere. And so it's going to be out November 7th for sub and November 9th. So if you want to watch it dubbed, November 7th. If you want to watch the sub, November 9th. So wherever you pick your flavor you're choosing, go see it, don't go see it. It's up to you guys. I'm personally going to go see it, and once I see it, we're going to talk about it. But again, congratulations. Now, let's talk about something that I think a lot of people and a lot of fan theories and videos have been made about it, and let's talk about what this means now for Naruto. What does this mean for Naruto now that he doesn't have Kurama? Now that Sasuke doesn't have the Renegade, and how this has affected the TV show. This has affected, what we think Naruto would and can do. And a lot of people say it's a nerf, and it kind of is. It's a nerf. It's a thing that, nobody was expecting. And everybody was like, well, how did Sasuke lose his Renegade? I mean, he's better than Boruto, obviously. And even with, Boruto being taken over by Momoshiki, how did he get to this point? Was, again, you have to realize that Naruto and Sasuke was literally fighting for their lives against Sasuke. Like, low on chakra. Not saying he didn't have chakra. Low on chakra. More focused on Naruto. More focused on Kawaki, no one was really expecting, Momoshiki to take over Boruto and stab Sasuke in the Renegade Eye. No one was expecting that. So, but let's get into it. Boruto Next New Generation explain how Sasuke Uchiha feels after losing his Renegade with the newest episode of the anime. The fight against, Ashiki might have been over for now, but it's clear the effects of the fight will continue to ripple throughout the remainder of the series. Not only did Naruto lose Kurama after two of them had activated Barrier mode, they will keep up with Sasuke, but Sasuke suddenly loses his Renegade when Momoshiki caught him by surprise and stabbed it out. Now, at the end of the day, when it comes to being prepared and knowing that these issues can arise and happen, Sasuke didn't originally have the Renegade. And honestly, without the fact that that the Sage had came through to actually give out the Sage chakra like that, the Renegade wasn't probably going to be awakened in Sasuke, to be honest with you. Madara kind of had a little cheat code when he got his Renegade Eye. And of course, we look at Pain, Nakato, he had a little cheat code too. But at the end of the day, it's not like Sasuke doesn't know how to fight without his Renegade. Matter of fact, Sasuke really predominantly uses Renegade to teleport, switch places with people. He has done the planetary devastation, but that's really about it. He's not like Madara, who used, Limbo. He's not like Pain that used, the almighty push. And Sasuke Renegade, I hope people also realize that the Renegade Eyes and these characters may be a little bit different from the next character. Depending on how many Tomo they have, or depending on who's using it, or it's just like any other, like say, eye power, where this may be a little bit different depending on the user. I mean, again, the Sharingan's a perfect example. The Bakugan is, one of the few that's like, hey, this is just what it is, Now, do you have some that have sharper eyes? Yes. Do you have some that may have the potential to become the Tensugan? Well, if you have a lot of other requirements, sure, why not? I mean, if we're going based off the movie anyway. But what does this mean for Naruto and Sasuke? And I predominantly already talked about this, but what I hope, after time skipping training and realizing that, they have lost so much, is that it's literally going back to what it means to be, I wouldn't say a regular ninja, but the basics. And it's not like Naruto doesn't have great, hand-to-hand combat. He can still do, the Rasengan. He can still do, the Rasen Sharingan. He still has the other tail beast. He still has Sage mode. And honestly, I think what would be a great power for Naruto to have if him to focus on Sage mode. Could you imagine how OP Sage mode would be if he could move and take in nature chakra at the same time, instead of having to have a shadow clone sit there in the distance and, take in Sage chakra, then it dispels, and then he gains that chakra? Like, if he can actually move while doing it, that would make fights so much more funner. And it's the same thing with Sasuke. Sasuke will have to start back developing, his jutsu prowess. Again, we understand that he uses, lightning a lot. He does use a basic fireball sometimes, and, the Amaterasu, but he can expel more powerful jutsus. Because again, what terrified people about Madara was the fact that he literally, exuded everything that requirements to be a ninja: hand-to-hand fighting, the Sharingan prowess, his jutsu repertoire. his presence on the battlefield. And that's before he whipped out the Renegade. So is Sasuke now as strong as Madara was at base form? Yeah, of course. Definitely. And that would be an awesome thing to see. Now, what gets me about this story from CBR is, how can you go back from fighting this to doing the Chunin exams? That's such a big hiccup to me. Because it's not the same as it is in Naruto, where, yes, they went on their first mission and, outside the village and they had to fight Sapasa and Haku, and then the Chunin exam started after that. Now, that's not saying nothing ridiculous that happened during the Chunin exam, but it wasn't something so world-ending. Again, Orochimaru coming, and he probably could have maybe destroyed the village. But the fact of the matter is that you had two, Cage plus level ninjas getting bodied by one guy. You guys getting bodied. The special abilities that had to pop out in order to fight this guy. And you sitting here nervous about the Chunin exam after everything that you did? That's what's confusing to me. That's what confuses me about Boruto. And I will always keep saying it. When you right off the bat are fighting, at least in the Naruto verse, when you're fighting, village destroying level, opponents, fighting people that can take over the ninja world if they wanted to, then you go back to just being a basic ninja. Taking, C and D rank missions, and you're struggling and having problems with it, like you just did not fight somebody that took the death of a character, Kurama, to help fight. That's what throws me off about Boruto. That's what throws me off about the fact that I understand that this is his show. This is his and his, friend's show. It's a new generation. Hence the title, Boruto, new generation, next generation. But it comes off so strong in the way these characters fight that doing the little minuscule things and them struggling comes off as unrealistic. Now, again, that's just my 2 pieces in that opinion. And I wish Boruto the best of luck. I know the anime series is kind of popular. There's a little, divisiveness about, me being nostalgic, other fans being nostalgic about, Naruto. I just think that a lot of old head Naruto fans wish we got that in between time with our characters. When before Naruto became Hokage, Naruto's in his early to mid 20s. It's like it just, stuff just wasn't seen in flashbacks or in a one-off movie. You literally, went from Naruto becoming, fighting and him becoming Hokage. But that in-between gap is kind of what's throwing a lot of us off. And then we just jumped to him being Hokage to his son, daughter, Kawaki, everybody else's children, and going through their plight and struggle. So, hey, if it's an anime that you enjoy watching, keep enjoying watching it. Don't let my words change anything. Again, it's not like saying Boruto's a terrible show. It's just honestly not really for me. And I talk about it because it's popular. It doesn't matter if I don't like the anime or not. If it's, if it's a popular anime, a popular manga, a popular video game, I'm going to talk about it because it's news, and that's just what it is. It's news. All right, everybody. So, hey, I hope you enjoyed watching today. I hope that you have a great day, a great week, a great year, a great month, a great few seconds in your life. You are the best and you are awesome. And big homies, thanks for chilling with me and listening to me drone on. Peace.